the most objective reason for why the Big Ten is the best conference. Relative to any other conference in all of college sports, they have the most universities in the AAU, the Association of American Universities. It's a group of schools devoted to strong academics, leading innovation, and sustainable economic strength. It's known to be like a prestigious credential grouping of the elite universities across the United States and Canada. I'm going to go through each of the Power 5 conferences and count the number of schools that each of these have in the AAU. Pac-12, let's start out on the West Coast. They have Arizona, Colorado, Utah, USC, UCLA, Stanford, Washington, Oregon, and UC Berkeley. UC Berkeley is the same as Cal. That totals up to 9 schools, and the Pac-12 has a total of 12 schools. 9 out of 12, that's a pretty good ratio. 75% of their schools are in the AAU. It's too bad they're kind of falling apart. They are about to lose 2 of those schools to the best conference. The Big 12 has Texas and Kansas, and that's it. Iowa State technically used to be on the list of the AAU schools, but they recently lost that credential, I think about in the last 2 years or so, maybe just last year. And keep in mind, the Big 12 is also going to be losing Texas in a couple of years to the SEC. Now let's go out to the East Coast. We have the ACC, the Atlantic Coast Conference. AAU schools here, we have Georgia Tech, Duke, UNC, Virginia, and Pitt. So they have 5 schools total. That's pretty strong showing. Almost half the conference. That's definitely not bad. Now the SEC, they have Texas A&M, Missouri, Florida, and Vanderbilt. So 4 out of their 14 teams. That's okay, I guess. Let's make sure you're ready for this before I tell you. So the Big Ten members, Rutgers, Maryland, Penn State, Ohio State, Michigan, Michigan State, Indiana, Purdue, Illinois, Northwestern, Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Iowa. I just named off every single school in the Big Ten except for Nebraska. 13 number total. Closest comparable is the Pac-12 at 9. 9 out of 12 versus 13 out of 14. I think the Big Ten wins the ratio there. Let's also remember that Nebraska used to be a member of the AAU, and they lost their credential. I don't really know why. It's pretty hard to argue with me saying that the Big Ten is objectively the best conference, at least academically.